is kind of the turnovers. And obviously we talked about the Denver game. That's going to be the big thing. We talked about the turnovers. And this is kind of something that struck me, it's our total giveaways versus total takeaways. Okay. So the stats here. So we rank 27th in the league in total giveaways. Mahomes has 11 interceptions, which is third most in the league, tied with Josh Allen with also 11 interceptions. But then we have 8 fumbles. So in total, we have 19 giveaways. So you talk about all the special team fumbles we've had, some on offense as well. And then you go to defense. We only have 14 takeaways. So meaning our turnover differential is -5. So we've given away the ball 19 times. We've only taken it back 14 times. And that ranks 28th in the league. And the crazy thing about that is all the other teams around us are teams that are pretty much eliminated from the playoffs. I think most of them are. You got the Rams, you got the Saints, a bunch of other teams that shouldn't even be. Yeah, Colts, Saints, Rams, Texans, us. That's how it rounds out. So, which is wild to me, and it shows how good Mahomes is that he can overcome this being a -5 in the turnover differential. But I want to ask you, hearing that the turnover differential and hearing that we are at the bottom of the league with a bunch of teams that are eliminated from contention already, how jarring of a stat is that? And is that something that can be corrected?
Yeah, man, that's not good. That's not good at all. And can it be corrected? Absolutely. I mean, one thing that you have to do, you got to emphasize, you got to take care of the football. That is very important. I mean, that's everybody's livelihood in their hands is that oblong ball, big skin, that everybody needs to hold on to. They need to take care of. That is life in the NFL. And so you can't just be flipping about not thinking this thing is important, because it really is. And I think it goes into kind of what Keys was talking about, like being more aggressive. And so I think when I see us being a little bit more aggressive, that's where you start seeing a little bit more turnovers. That's where you start seeing more errant throws. That's where you start seeing things up in the air, guys can go get it. It's almost like McDuffie was being, on Chase, he's being aggressive, get a turnover, what they call, the holding on it. Ticky-tack call, but it was a turnover. And so I think if the young guys do it on the outside, man, which I'd rather than be aggressive, there's going to be more turnovers. But it also has to come from the pressures, right? It has to come from getting to the quarterback. And that's some of the things that we've been getting pressure, but we need to start getting sacks. We need to get a little bit more errant throws. And so all of that plays a part into everything, right? Obviously, we know the turnovers have been coming from, the fumbles from some of the guys and the interceptions from Pat. I mean, Pat threw 3 this last game. So I know our things went skyrocketed and went up, right? If he had thrown the 3, no telling what we would have been, to be honest with you, right? I mean, let's just be real. But special teams, the little, muck punts and what are we doing, right? Securing the football. The guys kind of fumbling and, Travis has never done that before. So I think it's just one of those things that it's almost like a bug. It's like the flu. You start, passing this thing around, fumbles and stuff like that, everybody's going to catch it. And before you know, it's not that important. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. We need to take care of the football, period. And we need to start taking the ball away. That's only going to come through aggressive play. That's what it has to be on defense. And so we got to find that. We got to be able to find that nugget somewhere, somebody making a play, being aggressive, going after the football. And so, yeah, maybe we had to go in and start ripping the ball out like they did with Travis. When guys get in the huddle, pull that ball out, work on that, practice that even more, And so it's like kind of what Keys was talking about, man, that coaching that, make sure we getting that form in, come in, rip the ball out, let's go over it. That's some of the fundamentals and techniques that you go through practice. So, and I'm sure they're talking about, I'm sure they're doing it, but it's got to translate on the field. That's where it is. But that stat in itself, man, is not good. Got to do a much better job taking care of the football. We got to do a much better job of taking the ball away. Pure and simple.
Yeah. Like you said, if you take away the 3 turnovers, that would leave us at -2 for the year. The teams that are in the -2, the turnover differentials: Atlanta, Green Bay, Tennessee, the New York Jets, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Carolina Panthers. I mean, still not the best of teams in that. The Jets, who are, I think a game out of the wild card in that case. And then you got the NFC South winner between Tampa and Carolina.
Yeah.
But if you look at the creme de la creme teams, the teams that we're going to be, let's look at AFC. I'm not even gonna look at the Eagles numbers because that's wild. They're plus 14 in the turnover differential.
Oh yeah, they're doing a phenomenal job. But if we look at it, then if you think about like Tennessee's got a good defense, Jets was having a pretty good defense, Tampa Bay, pretty decent defense. So he's not chopped liver, right? I mean, but there's still that aggressive nature of going in and try to get the ball away, right? Ripping it out and just being, I'm telling you, just running through a guy, dislodge the ball with your helmet, with your hat, everything. So all these things got to be, personal. You're going in, you got to make sure this is what you're trying to do. We're trying to go in and purposeful is what I was trying to get the ball away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cincinnati and Buffalo both are the same with +2. So those are the teams, that everyone's saying our biggest foe in the AFC is going to be between Cincinnati and Buffalo. They're +2 in that. We're -5 in that. So that's a 7%. That's 7 differential right there. Oof, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult. But I mean, offense, we live in a lot of categories anyway. And we look at AFC, you start looking. That's true. So protect the football more so on our side, on our offensive side. Protect the ball. Don't give it away. Okay. So
that's true. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.